Hello everyone, welcome to the fin edition for paper airplanes. As you see, these three paper airplanes have fins. This one's called F-80 Centurion, this one's called Strider, and this one's called Saber. Now, which one will I be starting with today? Today I'll be starting with F-80 Centurion. It's the easiest one to make. Besides these two, this is really hard to make still, but it's easy to make against these two. Saber's the hardest. This one is the medium. This is the easiest. This is the hardest one to make. But here we go. So, all you will need in order to fold F-80 Centurion is an 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of paper. And we will begin by folding this top edge to the bottom end. I always rotate the paper as I do this, just for my own convenience. So just do it as I do. You can fold it away from yourself or toward yourself. It doesn't matter. It will stay the same. Like that, right? Now we will unfold that. No, we won't unfold that. So now we will fold this edge down here. And how do we fold it down? So you see, we're gonna fold it from this edge to this edge. That's pretty hard to do actually. So you see, we're gonna fold it until it kind of catches right here. And then once it catches, you can kind of swing this to match, to make this a corner, like that. Now we will flip it over, and now we will fold it to match. Hey! And now we will unfold both of those. And now we will fold this edge to this edge. So now we've done that, right? But now we're going to fold it on the other way, from this edge to this edge. And now we're going to do the same thing. Fold it until it kind of catches there. And kind of swing it until it becomes a corner here. Okay, anyways, let's just continue. Now we're gonna flip it over and do the same thing. We're just gonna kind of try to match. Okay, now unfold that. And now this is what you should have here. You see this part should be a mountain. And this should be a valley. And now what we are going to do is we are going to fold this part in half, but now we're not going to crease all the way across. We're just going to kind of tack this point here. Now this is called the pinch crease. Now what we are going to do now is we are going to fold this edge down, and right now we're going to fold this edge down to reach that pinch crease, and now we are going to crease all the way across. And now we are going to flip the paper over, and I'll fold this edge to this center crease. Like that. Now we will do the same thing on the other side. From this edge to the center crease. Like that. Now we will unfold that. And now what we are going to do is fold this edge to this edge, but we're only pinch creasing. Like that. We're going to pinch crease on the bottom. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Fold this edge to that crease that we made, but just pinch creasing on the bottom. Now we should have it like this. And make sure you still have that crease over there. It's very important for the fold that we're about to do right now. And now here's the fold. And here's why we made all of these creases, these pinch creases. So now we're gonna fold this edge down. You see, across this, you see this pinch crease and this intersection. That's what we're gonna fold down on. And trying to make this crease that we're making parallel to this crease here. And then we unfold that and do the same thing on the other side. And now we're gonna, you see, we're gonna fold on this pinch crease to this intersection here. Okay, like that. And now we are going to fold this edge down. And you see we have, see, now we're going to fold this down. Actually, we're going to start from the left. So you see we're going to fold this down. And you see this crease, it should go from here. You see this point right here to this intersection over there. Like that. Or actually just to that intersection, I guess. Yeah, actually to. Yeah, now we're gonna fold that. We're folded that to the intersection. Now we are gonna do the same thing on this side. Fold it to that intersection over there. Okay, so now we have it like this, right? Now once we flip it over, all of these creases are mountain creases. And now what we are going to do is we're gonna, you see, we're gonna gather this part here, and you see, we are going to pull it to that other crease, like that, and then unfold it. You see, now we should have a third diagonal here. And now, next step is we should, you see, we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna gather this crease and fold it, and pull it to match to here, this crease here, and like that. We are going to do the same thing here. Like that. And then we unfold that. Now we should have divergent creases here. You see, and wait a sec, let me just take this part. Like, I'm gonna try to match this point here. So now you see we have it like this, right? This part should be a valley, this part should be a valley. But here's the trick. This part should be a mountain. So you see, I'm gonna see this part. I'm gonna try to make it a mountain right here. Like that. Like that. And now, wait a second, let me just. And now we're very, very close to where we're gonna be collapsing this thing. You see, we're very close to be collapsing it. Like this and like this on the other side. But wait, we have to try and make these parts like that. Like that. Now what we're gonna do is to collapse this whole thing. see, so now we're gonna collapse this whole thing. It's pretty hard. Like that. I know it's pretty hard to collapse it once you have it like this. Just try and make everything work. Like that, and like that. And now what we're gonna do is we have it like that. We're gonna collapse this whole thing. Actually, after we make all the creases, we have to try and fix them. So now I fixed these creases and this crease, these creases. Now I'm trying to fix this crease here. I don't know why, but it's pretty hard to fix this crease here. Like that. Now I finally fixed it. So now what we're gonna do is to collapse this whole thing. I don't know. Okay, so now we are gonna collapse this whole thing over here. Like that. Okay, so now we're going to collapse it all the way across. Now what we're going to do is we are going to open this up as a hinge. Now we're going to make this a crease across this whole part. Like so. And now we're going to... Wait a second. Let me just try this. Like that. Now we follow that crease. And now we're gonna flip it over and do the same exact thing on this side. Like that. And now we're gonna fold this part down using this existing crease as a hinge. Now it should look like this. With it like this on one side and like this on the other. Now you see on this side, we're gonna look like this part here. So now you see this fin, we're gonna fold it to the other side. And now stand this fin up. Now we are going to open it as wide as it can go, and then we pull this part down. And now it should look like this, where it's not laying flat. And now we are going to indeed flatten this whole thing. Now we should have it like this on one side and like this on the other. Now we're going to fold this down on this existing crease that we have. Like that. Now we should have it like this. Now we fold this part on across this crease here. Now we're gonna do the same exact thing on this side. Now, F-80 Centurion, if you watched my latest video, you might have seen that F-80 Centurion was in the book. And that right now I'm teaching you how to make it. So now we're gonna fold this edge to this edge and across the center crease as well. But the easiest way to do that is, you see, we're gonna treat this whole thing as one tab, and then fold it to the other side. And then that's how we can easily make the other crease. Now we should have it like this. Now we are gonna unfold these. And now we are going to reverse this crease here. And now we are going to fold this part up across that crease, like that. Now we're going to do the same exact things on this other side. And then we fold this part up across that crease. And now, what we are going to do is, you see, you're going to fold this part down and trying to make this part land about here. Like that. And now, we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. We're going to fold it down and try to make it land on over here on this edge. And now, we're going to fold it in like so. But here's the trick. We're going to tuck this part under this pocket as we do that. We do the same thing on the other side. We're going to tuck this into that pocket as we fold it in. So now we have it like this. We are definitely getting there. Promise. Now we flip it over. And now you see we have the tendency to make fins. So you see we are going to fold this one fin to this side. If we folded it well, the fins would have been taller. Mine are pretty short because I haven't put my head over the paper to make my creases really accurate. So it's pretty small. So right now we are going to fold it in half. And the last step is, we're going to do it right now, is to fold the wings. So my crease is going to start like, there's like these transition of layers where they start really thick at the front. And then they become very thin at the back. So now what we're going to do is we are going to, you see, fold this down. And you see this, the thickest part is where we're folding this to. And now we are going to fold like about a half of 1/3 here. And make sure this crease is parallel to this crease here, to the crease of the fins. Now we're going to flip it over and do the same exact thing on the other side. Hey, sorry about that. Okay, so now we open it up and we're going to fold our wings to one side and then they stand. As you see, this is a finished F-80 Centurion, which as you can see looks wicked and flies brilliantly. So you want this to have a pretty steep dihedral angle here, and when you hold it, the wings should be kind of plunched together, because you see when you let it go, they should stand if you put it like this. But if you keep it standing while you hold it and then you throw, it will open up and then the fins will go here, and that will make it lose control. So when you hold it, you should put the fins pretty much in. So when you throw it and it opens up, you should have it like this. So now we have a finished F-80 Centurion. The next finned plane we will make tomorrow, I think, is Strider. And then after that, we are going to make Saber. So I'll see you later, guys. Bye.